Hi guys, today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my desk setup. And if like me you've been working from home for the last year, you'll appreciate the importance of having a good setup to enhance your working experience at home. I've been planning this for a while now, so it's great to finally have it set up and using it. I've gone for a minimalistic setup and added some smart tech in my office to further enhance things, and I've included links for all the items I'll be showing in the description below, including a timestamp, so feel free to skip along. But before we begin, if you're new to the channel, I hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you'll be notified of my next release. And by smashing the like button and dropping me a comment, it really helps out the channel. So let's begin by taking a look at the desk I've got. This is the sit stand desk from FlexiSpot, and this is ideal if you're working at home for long periods, as you can alternate between sitting and standing. This helps me take breaks from sitting for long periods of time, and I do love the fact you have the flexibility to adjust the height. It can reach a maximum of 125 centimeters and a minimum of 62 centimeters. It can easily support up to 125 kilograms on the frame, and there's 3 preset options where you can save your preferred height settings, which give you a quick way to change between the different positions. FlexiSpot do sell their own desk surfaces, but I wanted a real oak worktop, the sort of thing you'd have in a kitchen but wasn't too thick, and I've managed to pick this one up from House of WORKTOPS. The surface was pre-oiled, it was 2 centimeters thick and 150 centimeters in length. I cut it down to 130 centimeters, but wanted to give it a slight sand to remove any possibility of getting a splinter from it. And after this, I wiped it down with Danish oil to treat the wood again. I was quite pleased with the quality of it. It had no dents or filled areas on the top layer, and I attached the desk frame using screws to keep it firmly in position. Now, if you're wondering why I wanted a thin desk, the main reason was that I wanted a hidden wireless charger to have more of a clean, minimalistic setup. So I got this invisible wireless charger from Kewlabs for my Samsung S10 Plus, but there is a limitation on the thickness of the desk this charger supports, hence why I wanted a desk 2 centimeters thick. As you can see, the charger's nicely hidden with no cables in the way, and you get an audio beep when your phone is charging. For cable management, FlexiSpot Desk has an area where you can run the cables and keep them tidy. Any loose cables I secured with Velcro straps from Envision, which holds the cables nicely underneath the desk at the back and also along the arms of the monitors. I also have a desk cable organizer from them, which is a really good way to keep some of your cables on your desk tidy and organized. And this allows me to keep some additional cables handy for recharging my wireless keyboard and mouse, and it avoids the cables dropping, and it can be easily hidden behind my smaller monitor to keep the desk area looking clean. Now moving on to the monitors, I've used my old monitors that I already had, my 2 Acer 27-inch monitors, and I also have a 4K touchscreen portable monitor. The Acer monitors are attached with a single adjustable arm. I bought 2 of these. They allow you to adjust the monitor so it can be used horizontally or vertically, and the height is adjustable too. The smaller monitor is a good addition to have to your setup. The quality of the picture is really good. I like having this monitor as it helps maintain the focus on my main working area, and I can use it to browse the web if I was after any info, or even if I was adding additional footage, I can search for it in the corner and drag across any additional footage. And being touchscreen, you get the added benefit of being able to use your finger to navigate around. Now on my desk, I wanted to keep my desk minimalistic with as much clear space as possible, hence why there's no lamp on there. So for lighting, I've gone for Govee's RGBIC LED strip light around my desk and also behind my monitors. I've used a single 5-meter strip which covered both those areas to give some ambient light and avoid eye strain. This LED strip has segmented control, so you can have multiple colors on a single LED strip, and it's fully customizable in terms of colors, brightness levels, where you can even turn off segments, but they don't recommend you cut it as it could mess up this functionality. Nevertheless, it's one of my favorite LED strips. For additional lighting around the desk, I've gone for Nanoleaf elements. Now these are Nanoleaf's wood effect hexagon panels, which give only warm white and cool white color, but no RGB. They look pretty cool on the wall and complement the setup, giving a nice amount of additional ambient light instead of having a lamp. The lighting can be adjusted with Nanoleaf's app, and gesture control is supported too, to change the brightness levels or even change between the different scenes to give the perfect lighting when I'm working at my desk late in the evening. For my mouse pad, I've gone for Delta Hub's minimalistic grey, which is wide, and the dimensions come in at 30 centimeters by 90 centimeters. It's really well made with little grips underneath to stop it slipping on the surface. Aesthetically, it complements the Worktop really well. I also have Delta Hub Caprio 2.0 wrist rest, and this helps with resting my wrist, easing the pressure on it, reducing the carpal tunnel syndrome, especially as I spend a lot of time at my desk. It isn't good for gaming, but perfect for work and when I'm editing videos. Now moving on to some of the accessories on my desk. I went for Lumetric's smart Wi-Fi clock, but it's not just a clock. It's got a built-in speaker and you get additional apps you can install. So for example, you can use it as a stopwatch or listen to internet radio on there. Product has a basic speaker on there, so nothing amazing, but good for general use. And even display your social media account on the Pixel display. I mainly use it as a clock when working and love the Pixel display. Keyboard and mouse I use is the Logitech G915 and the Logitech G Pro Wireless. I've been using these for over a year now and love both of them. I prefer the full-size keyboard with MIDI controls so I can quickly adjust volume and navigate when playing music. The G Pro wireless mouse has a comfortable feel and feels great to use with the wrist rest. The headphones I use are the Logitech G Pro X wired headset. Sound quality is good and the Blue Voice mic quality is excellent. I also use this when gaming on my PS5 and Xbox Series X. I did consider going for a wireless version, but I didn't want the hassle of recharging it as I use it quite heavily. I keep it on my Turtle Beach stand to keep it nice and tidy. I've got two USB 3 hubs attached to the desk via Velcro sticky pads. There's one on the side which has a card reader with 3 ports. This is from QGeeM. And the other one I have is from Anker with 4 ports, which is hidden under the desk, so I can connect additional cables. Adding some color to my setup, I've got a couple of fake plants I bought from IKEA. One is on the desk and the other's on a picture shelf, which I also bought from IKEA. The length of the picture shelf is 55 centimeters. On the shelf, I've also got a custom printed mug together with the coolest bit of techie art in a frame. A PSP taken apart and framed. It looks absolutely stunning. And that's from Grid Frame Studio. You may have noticed I've not added any speakers on my desk, but instead I've opted for 2 ceiling mounted speakers. These are from Life Audio. It's connected via wired connection to my PC, but it also has Bluetooth connectivity, so I can connect wirelessly to my phone if I wanted to. My office chair is from Elite Gaming. It gives good lumbar support with a headrest, armrest, so nice and comfortable, but I am looking for a good office chair which will go with my setup and also be good for my posture and support me while I'm sitting for long periods, but I haven't found one that I like yet. But if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. My PC is from CyberPower and it's a pre-built PC. It's got an Intel i7 9th generation processor running at 3 GHz together with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 with 6 GB of memory. There's 16 GB of DDR4 RAM, 120 GB SSD and 1 TB hard disk. I've had this a year and a half now and perfect for my needs of general office usage, gaming and video editing. Onto the smart tech that I've integrated into my office. I've gone for a smart blind motor from ZemiSmart along with a Wi-Fi light switch from Energy. The switch has 3 buttons. The top one controls the lights in the room, middle one controls the blinds, third one controls the ceiling speakers, which are connected via a smart plug. You can set timers on these devices via the app. I also have this mini smart button and that has 3 click options, so single click, double click and long press, and that allows me to control all the options that are on the switch as well. It's just gives me a quick way of changing things. So if I press it once, lights have turned on in the room, click it again, turns off, and if I double click it, the blinds will start opening, and then long press will turn on the speakers. So useful to have, and I can just tuck it away behind the monitor there. And the switch is from Ajax Online. A bit over the top, I know, but a cool addition to have in the office. And finally, the overall look of my setup, I really love it. It not only looks aesthetically good, but is a good space to be productive when I'm working. The desk is tidy, clean, and practical for my needs. Let me know in the comments what you think of my setup and if there's anything you would change or add to it. So you've made it to an end of another video and I hope you've enjoyed it. and it's given you some ideas for your own desk setup. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.